I think they would kind of think that Lennon would never play the Tiny.
Yeah,
but
I think that's what they're trying to think about, isn't it?
For me, I'll be safe and just spend the Hoelgaard.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like, you know, I hear this game might be kind of important. Possibly elimination at TI lower bracket, so maybe not worth taking a risk.
And
especially if you do not have a good matchup for it right now.
And then I've seen Ori play that hero a lot in the pub games. And in the tournament as well.
Okay, well.
I mean, that's another one.
I'll ban the Swiss instead of the cheddar.
Yeah. Vici on the brew.
It would be the most puppy thing ever to just pick the Hoelgaard here.
Oh, wouldn't it?
You think you wanted this hero?
Wouldn't it?
Is this what you wanted?
10 seconds. 10 seconds remaining.
So you can still pick the offlaner or the carry.
What do you think about Enigma?
That sounds good.
Toby's excited. I can actually hear him clapping.
Yeah.
Yes! Hello, Enigma!
Hello! You're welcome, Toby. No problem. I got you.
Black holes asunder. And we've got the perfect commentator for it as well. Let's find out what the final pick is going to be on the other side, though, as Vici now. Do they go for the Hoelgaard or do they have a different plan for Team Secret? What a final pick this is. Here we go, then. And it is going to be the Hoelgaard. Wouldn't you know it?
Oh,
called it early. The Oracle came out. The obvious combo was the Hoelgaard.
I need some help here.
And we do need some help to dissect this. Luckily, we know just the man. BSJ.
I feel like this game is all about who starts the fight. Both teams have counter initiation and both teams have some crazy amount of burst damage. I feel like Team Secret drafted these last two picks in order to counteract this whole idea that they're going to jump you and we need to take long drawn out fights and have this AoE that makes it so we don't actually have to commit to the fight until we look for a good opportunity. These heroes like Oracle, the one problem is they have to reactionarily save you, and they have so much burst damage with this Ursa plus Venge and Invoker Sunstrike that I'm not even sure if the Oracle will have time to react to save these heroes. So I am heavily favoring Team Secret in this draft, but by no means am I discounting the fact that Hoelgaard could just be level 9 when Invoker's level 5 mid, and pretty hard to come back from that kind of deficit.
Okay, thank you very much, BSJ. Final thoughts from him. Final thoughts from our panel. We're all done and dusted. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for game number 3? Because the black holes are about to come out. And Toby One is your commentator alongside Simon.
I have waited a while for this. It's been a while since I got to cast an Enigma on the main stage of TI, but happening. Thank you, Sim. Nice fun time. Not on the player that we thought it was going to be on.
No, if this stays, this is really surprising.
Well, there's no swap, remember? You can't misclick it like EG. YapzOr is actually on the Enigma. It's not FATA, so we're not seeing a 3 position.
This is a throwback for me. Remember when we used to pick that a lot? The position 4 Enigma for YapzOr?
Yeah, that was when the jungle was good, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think what I was expecting in this game was that they would put the Vengeful Spirit position 5, the Phoenix 4, and the Enigma 3, but they're throwing a bit of a curveball here with YapzOr and the Enigma, so very curious. Not only that, it's also a Puppey Phoenix on that position 5. So we have Ace is core Venge. This is really... When I saw this lineup of Secrets, I did not think this was how they're going to put their roles.
Yeah, we were joking about it in game 1 that, oh, we on the Vengefuls pick up, maybe it was meant to be a core, then they just push like, okay, we'll push Lina to support, or we'll do something like this. But having Ace on that Vengeful Spirit, is that going to be that early damage that Team Secret are going to rely on? How do you play the tempo of this with an Enigma 4 and a Vengeful Spirit 1?
It does feel like the greediest support duo we've seen all tournaments. That's my biggest concern, is that Secret have a position 5 Phoenix with a 4 Enigma, and they have some decent laning, right? They have the Ursa, who's a strong laner. Unfortunately for them, this mid matchup is atrocious. Invoker gets trashed by Hoelgaard if both players play well, and that's something for Secret to be worried about. In the last game, so in game number 1, the lanes went pretty even. In the last game, Secret destroyed them in lanes. In this game, you know, I cannot imagine Secret winning their lanes in this game. I look across the board for Vici Gaming. They have so strong laners in these 3 cores that they've picked. They all have nice matchups. And you're playing into a 4 Enigma?
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, maybe you can come back with this. Maybe you think about the team fights. Enigma Black Hole catches a lot. Then Nova's able to be out of combination, create space for Ursa. The scaling mid one Invoker, comfort central for him. But if they've got no farm, if they've got no items, how do you expect to win a team fight against Vici Gaming? And their lineup is so good at punishing. Bad initiation with the Oracle, punishing a hero who dies through the scythe. The Reaper's side, and then Clinks is just pumping out so much damage, and they can dispel any disable you put on top of him as well. Like it seems like a mammoth task in front of Team Secret, and if it goes the way that it is in the mind, Team Secret go out in the same position they did at TI7.
I think this could just be a mirror of the last game, where Vici Gaming can win all 3 lanes, similar to what Secret did last time around. It's a snowball. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All eyes for me on this mid lane. I want to see how Ori does this. He's played Huskar a couple of times. I haven't been too impressed by his Huskar play, and I think I've seen him in 2 games. It hasn't been absolutely the top tier. He had 1 dominant laning performance, I think, and that's the one you're looking for in this game. You want him to pressure mid 1.
Yeah,
out of the lane.
But Puppey is just going full out harassment against Fenrir on top lane. He is not wanting Fenrir to have space. There's only 2 tangos on Fenrir, but Puppey's burning 7, trying to create the space for Ace to farm, keeping Paparazzi steering arrows away from him, but Ace is copying a lot of damage. He'll back off and south as Puppey, rooted up, doesn't have a way to jump out, but he can cut through the trees. 39 HP is still a very living Phoenix. But Fenrir is down to 1 tango now, and so is, well, House Paparazzi, he's got 5, so he's okay. They can share and share alike. But I'm watching YapzOr jungle this Enigma at the beginning, deny a creep on the op. This feels 4 years ago, is what this feels like.
A slight exaggeration, but 2. 2? Probably. Yeah, this is it's been a while.
It still feels out of date.
I think... I don't know, I'm mainly curious about how they're going to use these Eidolons bottom, because it doesn't feel like the best lane to run Eidolons into. A Tiny with the tree grab, as well as the Necrophos with Death Pulse, can easily deal with these Eidolons.
Oh, they're going for the Maleficent stun onto Lan. I'm going to use the Eidolons for damage. Invoker is, of course, Exalt, but he does not have any kind of Sunstrike leveled up. And our first blood is actually Puppey, spilling it onto Fenrir. He has been all over him, and finally the burn.
That was a very strange place for Fenrir to die. I wonder, he went out to body block the pole and got caught off. That must have been what happened. So.
Oh, that's
first blood for Secret.
A nice start. Ori is low, but mid one wants to try and turn around onto him.
Bottom lane 11's getting run down. His support is not nearby just yet. Lanham's coming in.
Stuns. FATA doesn't actually have clap until now. But 11's got Ghost Shroud. At level 3 with the Avalanche, YapzOr's in trouble. He's got 1 more Maleficent stun. FATA cannot create any more space. The last attack from 11 will find the kill. And we even the board 1-1. Same as the series.
Yep. And this mid lane, we're starting to see why this matchup is bad. 15 for 7 against 8 and 1. And mid 1 is getting the best possible skill build for this lane, which is Quasix Sword, focusing on the Forge Spirit. If you play Quaswex, this is hopeless. You need this damage, you need the extra damage from the Forge to come in, and despite all of that, he is still getting dominated.
Rotation in, Call Snap has to be used over a Lamb. The Forge Spirit will combine with it. I also want to keep my eyes up on top. You talk about the CS going the way of Huskar. Look at the top 3 on the CS board. It's Huskar, it's Clinks, it's Necro, and they're all in double digits. No one from Secret's reached that point yet. Vengeful Spirit just doesn't pack enough of a punch to really stop this top lane, and while First Blood did go to Puppey, they're not winning the lane itself. Paparazzi still has huge amounts of damage thanks to Searing Arrows. Mid one, well, he's hiding up pretty deep, but there's no support, there's no rotations that can help him. Puppey must stay on this top lane, and YapzOr has to stay jungle?
Yeah, Secret's lanes are very locked. There's no real rotation possibility. Technically, Phoenix can try for an Icarus dive mid, but this matchup is just not, you just don't do it on Huskar, right? It seems like a really, really difficult play to pull off. So YapzOr has to play greedy, and I'm just concerned for FATA what kind of game he's going to have when we get out of the laning stage. Ursa playing really far from behind is, it's pretty difficult to pull off, but we'll see what Secret can pull out of the bag in this one.
Yeah, Haste Rune on mid one, so action rune, but he can't action against Ori. This is a Huskar. He's got 3 points up at the Burning Spears. He's looking for kills. FATA and YapzOr are just trying to find whatever farm they can on the bottom lane, as Lanham looks to block him too, but mid one's on fire. At least he looks really cool. But that's the only advantage of having that many Burning Spears on you. Malphus done again on bottom lane, combining with the clamp. A lot of control. Avalanche from Lanham goes in return. FATA will need another 2 hits with the clamp. He may actually get it. That's one. Lanham throws him away for the Sunstrike. Lanham moving down to the tower and not to the west. And one will not connect.
Still, they at least force him back here, Secret, so they get a little bit of space and they do get the 2 boundaries. Actually, they get all 4. I think that is very important. When you have this bad of a laning stage, just looking at the CS, it's not looking too bright for them. But these 4 bounty runes make up for a lot of lost gold.
Yep.
Obviously, the experience will still be a problem in this mid lane. Ori is a level and a half ahead of mid 1. And this is including the Tiny, who came in and kind of messed up the creep equilibrium a little bit when he pulled the creeps away from the tower.
Oh, top lane. Well, initiation onto Puppey. Paparazzi is not a healthy man, but he's got 10 stick charges, so he can be healthy once more. As Lanham does his own rotation into the mid. Ori has level 6, but no life break skilled up. He's gone for a 2-3-1.
Yep. Ori has consistently in his skill build prioritized Inner Vitality over Berserker's Blood. I think both times I've seen him, he's had 3-4-1-1 build. See if he goes for the same this time around.
Puppey's looking for that opportunity to just gank onto Paparazzi. No stick charges available anymore, so Ace needs to hit the magic missile onto Paparazzi. He's waiting for it, and now Icarus dive forward with the burn. He's got the stun available, turns on the stun ray. Paparazzi getting a tan under the tier 1 tower while that was going on. All right, underneath the tier 1 tower is the kill onto mid 1, so a 1-for-1 trade-off.
He was not expecting the Sun Ray. He was trying to bait out the Vengeful Stun and then strafe it, but Secret just never had to use it. Puppey just killed him from range with that beam.
Ace is overstaying his welcome. Lanham's rotated over, and they already started off a quick magic missile, trying to create some space. Puppey doesn't have anything to really help out with Lanham, tossing Ace under the tier 1 tower. Into the clutches, 3 VG players.
It's pretty impressive that this is a less than 1k gold lead. When you look at this mid lane. Mid 1 is 15-3 against 39 and 23. Top 3 net worths are sitting on the Radiant, but they also have the bottom 2. Enigma is getting at least a bit, but...
Yeah. Oh, Invoker tossed back into Ori. TP supports coming in from both the supports. Mid 1 will go Invis. Ace, he's got magic missile available. Saying both supports, gotta remember that VS is a core.
Yep. Secret.
With the rotations, actually leaves Puppey on the only one defending top lane.
Yeah, so mid 1 does stay alive, but he's level 5 against level 8, and he's forced to skill a point into Wex as Quasic Sword Invoker. So obviously slowing him down that little bit extra, but without the Ghost Walk there, he's super dead. Turns out to be a valuable point.
So at this point, should Vici Game be happy with the status quo? Like, should they be forcing it a little bit harder? Yeah, you've killed off mid 1, but it's only 1 kill so far. Like, we've had 5 kills in almost 8 minutes.
I think they just keep farming. They're winning the lanes more and more every passing minutes, but they should pay more attention to bounty runes. That's kind of the bigger problem here, so that they let Secret get all 4. FATA bottom could die here.
Well, there's the Death Pulse out. You got the Reaper's Scythe available, but FATA gets into the tree line. No Enrage available. He's not level 6 just yet. And I think they're waiting for Lanham with the tree toss in 11 just to drop the Reaper's Scythe. Mid 1 is just in real hurt. Burning Spears will get rid of him now, and he can salve up and get a double damage route, so that gives him something in the mid lane to be happy about. The bottom lane, the pressure is still on. 11 wants to go in deeper. He knows how low FATA is. YapzOr. Malphus has already been used. There's no big ultimate from either side. YapzOr only now just hits 5.
Yep.
I don't actually believe how far ahead Ori is. He just hit level 9, going more than a level a minute. 3 levels in front of mid 1.
It's got a slight deny advantage.
It's
32-6.
50-32, that's a nice CS score. Now that Malphus done over on 11. Clamp is out, but Ghost Shroud protecting 11 for the moment. Ace is also rotated over with the Wave of Terror. A lot of negative armor. Reason Scythe is coming down. Ursa will fall, but what's the cost? YapzOr now has to get the distance away from Lanham. Ace will provide it by swapping him out. Mid 1's rotating over. He's TPing to the tier 1 tower. It's the only way he can close the distance in time, but it's taking so long. Now the cold snap is up. Lanham cannot escape, even with the avalanche. He'll die from the fall.
And Ori walked all the way over from mid, but he will show up too late to the party.
Meanwhile, Fanray hunting Puppey, reaching to the tier 2 tower. Puppey just had no more friends left. They're all on bottom lane.
This lane matchup for the Oracle changes drastically when he hits level 4 and level 5. Just getting that 1 point in Fate's Edict makes you much more comfortable against the Phoenix magic damage, and obviously when you hit the level 5, that extra damage on Purifying Flames, they can deal so much damage between the two of them, so Puppey has to be careful in this lane. Well, it's still impressive though for me that Secret are not further behind than this.
They're going after 11. He came a little bit too close. Magic Missile will buy time to get the Malice stuns off too. He does have Ghost Shroud available, but mid one's already here. Tornado up in the air, dispel as quick as you can, and then attack further in. While that's all going on, you end up having, well, actually, yeah, Fenrir died. And FATA makes the race, going after Paparazzi. He needs to actually go into Skeleton Port, but he never leveled it up. FATA gets not only the runes, but a double kill. Husker tossed in, now he can live break forward. FATA has no enrage available, but he's still happy with it. 2 hero kills, heavy rotations, got the runes.
3 for 1.
It is a 3 for 1. And then the pressure on the bottom lane. YapzOr and Ace now get to combine up. The black hole is available, so they got extra control. Puppey's rotating too.
This actually looks surreal. When I look at the CS chart and I look at the gold,
it doesn't make any sense, right?
It looks so weird.
67-35 to the Husker. To the top of Secret is 39-8.
It's bounty runes for you, man. You gotta get them. It's nice to win the lanes, but you gotta make sure you get the collateral.
And then it's the first tower the Team Secret take. They'll take the bottom town. No one's in range to deny this. Ace ensures the last hit himself. And it's a straight up BKB build from YapzOr. He's gone full greed, but hey, what do we expect?
Yep. There is no counter except the Reaper Scythe.
Yep.
To Black Hole. And you really don't want to use it to counter that, but sometimes it's going to be the best play.
Are they actually going to look to, I think they're looking to swap. Ace is getting in position so they can just swap, and this is both Nova as well as Black Hole.
Fenrir gets 6 from the siege
looking for 11, but Fenrir, he's just going to hit level 6 if this catapult dies. And this is something Team Secret are probably not prepared for. The catapult, it dies. 6 is up. They swap him back in again. YapzOr holds the black hole. Sunray is out. Sunstrike, it'll connect. And the black hole! It catches Fenrir, but ladder to right. The Reaper Sight is coming down. YapzOr will die. Did 11 get enough heal? No, he did not. Ace will find the kill. Supernova work. Puppey barely gets the stun. Ace has the double kill. And they're looking to turn up the heat. Ladder, he'll go down. YapzOr with the conversions gets the kill. And VG Gaming, it looked like they actually had a couple of answers to that team fight, but it all fell apart.
They did so much damage to Necro. He was Oracle ultied, got a kill, so he got 6 stacks on the Death Pulse, had his Ghost Shroud, and he still died. That is a lot of damage. And the big difference maker there is that VG didn't TP anyone in on the Shrine. They just didn't match.
Oh, it was the Tiny
match the numbers. Only Tiny. They had none of the cores show up to that move.
The Observer Ward sees mid one, but it doesn't see Puppey. He's under the cover of an Invis rune. They can slow down the attack of the Husker. That's one way to do it with the Fire Spirits up. Sunray's ready from Puppey. He'll see Fenrir too. They know, the sentry. Icarus dive has to be used to get away from Puppey, but Ace is nearby. They've got the stun. They're looking for extra control, and they have it. The cold snap on Husker. He's having trouble attacking in. They dispel, send him up and towards the air. Ori doesn't have the heal anymore, and it's Team Secret, who are actually, a little bit trouble in the bat lines because of Paparazzi, but FATA becomes a distraction, and they build a wall, but they toss over the wall. Fenrir, where he wanted to be? I don't think so. FATA is healing back up again. Vici Gaming, willingly tossing the Oracle into harm's way.
Oh, Fenrir, man.
I didn't want to take this bullet.
I love this aggressive move from Secret, though. They're taking advantage of the cooldown on.
What are you doing?
False Promise. Oh,
He's coming in for the Observer Ward. And, that was,
Whoops.
Mid one. As he can add pressure into the tier 1 tower. Blink Dagger has arrived for FATA. He'll have to come out on the courier in just a second. But Ori, he's already got the armlet up. He's got a lot of sustain that comes through this, but that Tornado Dispel looks to be so problematic for him in the fight.
Is Ice 11 getting Blink Dagger first? That is very peculiar in this game. Generally, the approach you will have as Necrophos if you're playing against something like the Tornado to remove Ghost Shroud is that you will itemize so that once you drop down, you can stay alive. But he has no defensive tools whatsoever. And Fenrir can't save both Ori and him, realistically.
They're looking to find mid. No black hole up. Supernova is available for Puppey, as well as a double damage rune.
Yay.
Yay.
Gotta maybe get one hit in with that one.
Oh, there's the TP coming in. Nice blink, clap. They're looking for the kill over on the Tiny. The Sunray should do it. False Promise has to be used by Fenrir to keep Lanham alive. It's a deep Supernova. Team Secret is trying to push VG Gaming away. Lanham does survive. The heals were available.
Good defense. They're not giving up this tower without a fight.
Medic!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
When you're playing against the Hoelgaard, the longer you can delay the tier 1s falling, the better. It's a really big part of the hero to snowball, get towers, and then get Roshan.
And I'm in a good spot. Puppey coming in for the 15-minute rune. Icarus dive up. Wait! That didn't go the whole way through.
Remember what I said last game? Sometimes you just want that bound hero. And most of the time, you die.
There was a potential.
He could have got it. It was possible, but
yeah. You're looking to come again towards the mid lane. It's difficult when mid one's continuously on the D push. This Tornado and EMP combining with a Call Snap. Ori, well,
nice play.
Yeah, life breaks.
Dodged the EMP monoburn. I think, yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah, he did. Tier 1 tower, denial, mid 1. That's so much damage coming in from VG Gaming, but he just times it perfectly.
That was not an easy deny. It's one of the more impressive ones of the tournament.
The extra tip from YapzOr. Mid 1, you did good. Now, into
good job, man. Just buy time for my BKB.
Oh, Sunstrike is coming in. It's going to hit on Ori. Split across 3. Icarus dive forward with a wave of terror. Ori just being broken free. Puppey not committing to the Supernova. Needs to really hold these big abilities. 11. He'll get the Arcane Rune. They swap back in the Necrophos, so a lot of heal thanks to the Ghost Shroud. 8 taking so much damage, but mid 1, he already found the kill onto 11 with the EMP burn. VG Gaming, they're just not finding the opening, and that Vengeful Spirit running back into just a tap, love tap onto Ori. And they're pushing. Team Secret want the mid tier 1 tower. Get rid of this position. Ori's ready to fight.
This is dangerous if they go for this. Oracle has a very good position to save Ori. Secret decide it's not worth taking the risk. But they did stop the Roshan for now. I still think Vici Gaming will just head on back there and try to do it again once their Necrophos spawns. Still, this 11 Blink Dagger is... I feel like it has almost zero value right now. I'm very surprised by this item choice. He's just paper. He got swapped in and got killed way too quickly once again.
Is he just trying to jump the back lines? Like, is mid 1 his primary target? Is he want to remove YapzOr?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're trying to do on bottom lane, the blink forward. YapzOr, he's got a couple of conversions to work with. Goes for the double black hole. Is Sunstrike available? Necrophos is pretty damn low with the Midnight Pulse, but Reaper side, YapzOr will go down. The Team Secret, they've gone into the pit. They've got Nurse Warrior. They're really good at killing off Roshan. The Ice Ball's being created, so mid 1's got the space created, and Team Secret claim Roshan. YapzOr creates the space.
That is a huge deal. It almost counts for 2 Roshans, because one thing is you get it for Ursa, but denying it from the Hoelgaard is probably even more important. Now in the coming fight, since Ori doesn't have the Aegis, they don't really have the choice between who they save with the Oracle. He has to commit to saving the Hoelgaard if he gets in trouble, and therefore he will not be able to save the very fragile Necrophos of 11. I don't know, to finish off on the Blink Dagger conversation, I would imagine the logic is Clanks is going to open on somebody with Strafe, and he's just going to Blink Reaper the guy, and they get the kill from full HP, but it's really situational if they can pull that off.
How is that meant to work when Team Secret are basically, like, you see with their lineup, they want to be 5 together. Puppey's the only one who's kind of solo. Icarus dive out, straight into Supernova, only way he would have survived. Those searing arrows would have killed him. Yep. Icarus dive doesn't disjoint it. But here comes the rest of the reinforcements. Mid 1 smoke breaks. They're looking towards Fenrir. He's got dust. He's got... okay, well, they've got mistiming is what they have. False promise available. Fenrir can't use it in time. Sunray up from Puppey and Ori. He jumps in. Puppey turning the beam over towards Ori. Mid 1 wants to stand and fight. He tries to bring back the Deafening Blast, but this is all VG's fight. Ace will burn to the searing arrows. 40 HP in the tree line. They're wondering where he is. Okay, it's just the aura that will do the work. That was... problematic for Team Secret, but fantastic for VG.
That looked like miscommunication just flat out from Secret. Mid 1 was just running into them. Way over aggressive. They had no Supernova. They had no Enigma there.
Yep.
YapzOr's just taking the space to try to get this BKB. It's so weird to see this. Like, look at his items and his level. He's level 9 with almost a BKB.
Yep. And it's about to hit 10. Oh. Mid 1, thinking about that top lane, maybe having a couple of guesses. Puppey, 11's hoping for that Reaper side. They went through that entire fight without having to use it too. That's a nice big upside for VG. But in the meantime...
Secret got 2 towers.
Yeah, FATA takes the mid, YapzOr takes the bottom, and VG Gaming... I understand they want to try and open up the Team Secret base, but is this really worth it?
I think they committed too many heroes to this push top. They didn't need to be all 5. Tiny could have maybe gone and defended bottom or mid.
I still can't believe that in this game, Team Secret, even though it's minuscule, they have the advantage in net worth.
It's really impressive. It's very impressive what they've managed to do.
How did this draft work? Puppey's feeling even more confident. He just brought up a Talisman of Evasion. No buyback required. Trying to build into the Halberd. So we're going again. They're trying to find ways to mess with the Huskar. He's already finished up his own Heaven's Halberd to go with the armlet of his.
And now he's working toward that BKB, which will help him a lot against Invoker, especially, but also the Phoenix, of course. BKB Black Hole, they don't really have a solution for that, and that one is available for YapzOr. The BKB is flying out right now.
They're going to need it to on Ori. The Spirit Vessel just got completed onto mid one.
The goal here from Secret has to be to get a surprise factor out of this BKB. They really want Vici to commit and then catch them off guard with this.
There's a surprise factor from Vici Gaming. It comes from the second bottom net worth. Obviously, there's no contest for last. That's Fenrir. But the Blink Dagger is up for Tiny.
Yeah.
So they need to find this jump initiation. 11 finally has a Bash Brother to work with. Death pulsing underneath Enigma conversions. Looks like YapzOr didn't see it, at least it wasn't pinged out. But they really want to use this smoke to find a kill.
Secret are way out of there.
There's YapzOr nearby, but then you're up against a BKB Enigma.
I think at this point, so one of the best counters to Enigma in the whole game is to get an Aeon Disc. And I feel like that item is super valuable for 11 in this game. Of course, has to work around the tornado, but he is still, this item build is so fragile, right? You have Blink Yules, but if you get caught, you die. So the disc can give him that little buffer to try to stay alive, get his spells off.
Here's Vici Gaming's push. Couple of conversions, in fact all of them died to Lanham, so that's some good cash. Tier 1 town to fall 2. He's just trying to pressure in the top lane. Put that Vlad, which he actually picked up.
They have
force it in.
Have Aegis on Ursa still, and they have that BKB to reveal. See if they can set it up.
Can they get up the hill? Puppey, Icarus dies forward, tries to slow down the damage of Huskar. Perfect tornado from mid one, catching out Ori, and they swap it back in deep. Where is this combination? YapzOr's holding him for now. He's took at the BKB. They try and toss back the aggressor, but Lanham into the trees. No way to hide. This was meant to be their blink reveal. It's meant to be Vici Gaming finding these kills, but it doesn't happen.
One of the big benefits of playing Venge Core is you get this high level swap much, much earlier. And that's a level 2 swap play. This does not happen with a level 11 or less Venge. So Secret once again, setting it up nicely, just creating a bit of chaos with the Phoenix, making Vici spread out.
Mid one's already hunting. He wants a little bit extra help, but then again, he's already got it. The Spirit Vessel combining with the Cold Snap. They'll send the Necro up. It's buying more time for Ace to arrive with a wave of terror. Sun strikes off the mark. 11 predicted it coming and predicts the clap from FATA. Dodges both and gets away.
How ice cold do you have to be to not use your Yules or Ghost Shroud there? That's actually
he understood though, right? Like if he used Yule Step to the rest of Team Secret would have arrived in time to kill him.
Well, he could have Yuled the Invoker.
That's true.
I think, and just run away, but...
Fortification being burned from Vici Gaming, protecting the Tier 2 tower, and Team Secret seem to be okay with this. Keep in mind that Roshan could spawn up in 2 minutes time, so map control is going to be critical leading up to that point. But they're looking towards the mid. Ori's just walking forward, FATA under the cover. He has an Invis rune on the Ursa. I'm not seeing a sentry ward planted down. In fact, I'm not seeing anything swap back in. They want the instant kill, and they're going to find it. Huskar will drop. They're looking for the extra. Icarus dive forward. They don't get the slow, but they get the tornado onto Fenrir. Paparazzi killing up the supernova. Will he get it in time? Yes, he does. The buybacks are coming in. Huskar wants to fight. YapzOr needs to actually turn around right now if he wants to actually keep everyone alive. No, Ace just TP's out. They've got the Malphus done. Ace is able to survive through this. So it's just the 2 supports that go down from Team Secret, and they got the buyback out from the Huskar.
Yep, they're going to be feeling really good about this. Once again, slowing down the Huskar. They want to fight him as much as possible until he gets the BKB, because it makes these fights a lot easier for them. Just using that core Venge swap to set up the perfect fights where they separate him from the Oracle. And with Fenrir having absolutely no items, he doesn't have a way of closing this gap easily. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger, doesn't have an Ether Lens, nothing will allow him to get in range of the Huskar. So Huskar needs to keep himself alive, and the BKB is the key thing needed for this. Has to get there, and get the Halberd off on the Ursa, ideally.
Dream situation for him. BG Gaming push back the lanes. They've got time. We can look at this mid-fight once again. The instant swap. Huskar, no way to fight. And 11 on the run, just really cannot tank it. It's Paparazzi getting rid of that supernova. Starting to turn this around a little bit for them, and Lanham's initiation to YapzOr, forcing the retreat.
Did 11 once again not use Ghost Shroud or Yules in that situation? I feel like he's just not. That looked really strange to me.
That ward, it was only just about to time out. They get the bounty runes, it's a 2-2.
Yep. So Secret still floating this 4K lead.
Trinks wants the kill. Gonna find YapzOr, starts the initiation off, and okay.
Okay.
Blink Dagger goes to use. YapzOr dead for 77 seconds.
He's going Dagon?
Yeah.
All right, it's official. 11's crazy, man. This is it.
He just wants the kill and then to move forward. I suppose it's the only way they probably feel they can take high ground. They need to kill off one of these supports, or else it's just it's an uncontrollable team fight that Team Secret offer.
It's possible that the logic from him is, in this game, I can't really walk into team fights and just be useful, so I have to play like as a flank sniper almost with the Tiny or with Clinks. And with this Dagon, I give myself that extra buffer to make sure I can bring down the hero I jump on. It is a very different way of playing the Necrophos, but yeah, well, we'll see if it pays off with this Dagon build. It is extremely glass cannon. Sometimes it looks amazing, other times it looks terrible. But one thing's for sure, it's very bold. I'll say it's bold.
You hope for the amazing, and the bold pays off. Roshan's just come up. My next point of contest. See who's going to get it. Will it be FATA or will it be Ori? Both really want to claim it. Yeah. Team Secret want to claim it even more to deny the Huskar, because right now Vici Gaming have not been able to just send this Huskar in as a loose cannon to get the fight. The only way he was able to rejoin the last fight was because of buyback. He will not have that option again. Yeah. It's still on cooldown for 5 minutes.
This time he will, however, have a BKB. He's getting it in 100 gold, so the Roshan fight for Vici looking a lot better than before. The only real problem at this point for the Huskar that will kill him is if he gets Black Hold. Yeah. If he has his Inner Vitality running, gets BKB off, and halberds the Ursa, he will not die during that BKB. They simply do not have the damage right now.
YapzOr's about to buy Blink Dagger. He is 2 gold away from having Blink Dagger. And
is that the point of the blink from Necro? Is he just thinking, okay, my job is to blink Reaper the
stop the black hole?
I mean, I kind of like that approach. It's just he bought it very early for that purpose, right? He bought it too early in the game almost. Maybe as a second or a third item, that could have solved that problem. Because now that will be an issue.
Scouts out Roshan. The Forest Spirit's got 48 seconds life on it, so there's no way Vici Gaming can just start Roshan. And funny enough, Team Secret aren't even in position to fight it. Ace is still on bottom lane. He has the TP scroll to get over to the shrine, but Vici Gaming, they're smoking, they're ganking, and they're finding nothing. No scans available from either teams. They can't even get the information.
It's funny how much one little Forge Spirit can do, right? This Forge Spirit it's worth thousands of gold right now, what it's doing.
A little spirit that could. Mid one. Oh, Vici Gaming. It's just staring down. Puppey drops the sentry ward. He's got another 4 of those where they came from. The Wave of Terror gets the reveal.
That's accents on Ace, by the way. The Venge. We saw what YapzOr did was that last 2 games? Was it Venge in both games?
Yeah, it was.
I think it was.
This is the first time that Ace actually plays it. Probably another one of those mind games the Puppey loves to run during the drafting phase. Here comes Team Secret, push down the mid tier 2 tower. Necrophos is not in position. He's pushing in the top lane instead. And with the Observer and Sentry, they found their target. It's going to be Lanham. Ori jumps in. The avalanche is good, but YapzOr turns on the black hole, combining with the Nova. That's what they want. That's what they get. 2 heroes down. Fires on the mega kill streak. Paparazzi caught inside the ice ball. He can't get back out again. He triggers the 1 charges, but he just can't run. Disarmed, can't attack either. His Team Secret rampaging forward through Fenrir as well. 4 heroes down. 11 was the last to the fight and the only one to survive it.
And that was the absolute best and worst case scenario. Best case scenario for Secret, they get to fight under their ward where Vici have no vision. And for Vici, I think the Blink Dagger on the Necro was on cooldown. He couldn't find an angle to get in behind YapzOr and stop that black hole. So they got the one thing that they need to kill this Huskar doing BKB. Everything lined up perfectly. And Lanham, he walks up there, he breaks everything, has nothing to work with. Secret claim a big fight and Roche. They are now in a commanding position. Playing from behind with Huskar at this point is really difficult.
Yep. They have to find some way to defend. There's the Aegis into the hands of FATA. Cheese will be in the hands of Ace. So Hoelgaard will come back up, Trinks will come back up at around the same time as this push is coming in, and YapzOr, Lanham at least gets the toss up, mid one's got Sun ready to give him a little bit more life, and the Tornado creates space, and FATA finds the target, bashing into Lanham. They're trying to actually help protect him, but it just will not happen. FATA and Rages down, Paparazzi, he can only grab one of the small creeps, and that grabs him! Paparazzi pulled back in, the Reaper side, goodbye Enigma, deleted, 11's Blink Dagger can work, he's trying to run away, he's being chased down at the moment, but Lanham in once more, Vengeful Spirit tossed up like an omelet, he'll munch on the cheese, it's even tastier. Ace looking for Necrophos, the control is there, he can just do it. Puppey giving the extra life, it won't be enough, but Lanham is burning, he can't regenerate, they'll send him up and towards the air. Fenrir's got enough heal to keep him alive. And Team Secret, they wanted the mid lane of Rax, but they don't even get the tier 3 tower, they have to retreat.
They paid with a cheese as well. No black hole available for this siege, so YapzOr couldn't really have much of an impact on this one.
4 bounties.
Oh, that's still a pretty big win. Secret on the runes this game. I feel like that's really been the big story, is how much better they have controlled the runes of the game.
You get to see it again. YapzOr jumps in, Malefice initiation because he doesn't have the black
That
hole.
tornado from mid one is so important because he was going to get Reapered there. He has to get rid of 11 immediately to stay alive. He manages to do it.
The swaps are just so good. 11, he had to back out so hard. He ran away from Midnight Pulse. He ran away from all of Team Secret so that Blink Dagger could come off cooldown. And they just found really good follow-ups here. I think props to Lanham, who's just finding that opening to get the toss back, get Team Secret into a bad position. Not the position around the fly spot.
Trinks did die by like 20 damage, by the way. He died to, I think, the last tick from Spirit Vessel, and there was a Death Pulse flying toward him, so it makes you wonder if he would have just taken that heal from his ally, could he have stayed alive? And that's a big kill too. Paparazzi will now be completing his BKB, and you still, you know, you look at this Radiant lineup, it feels like even at a 10k deficit they can win these fights, but it all comes down to the swap in the black hole, and so far Secret have been on the mark with that spell casting.
Definitely helps when you got an Observe Ward right over the top of the Vici lineup.
Yeah, that makes it easier.
Yeah, it really does. And Team Secret, they still haven't reached the high ground. The advantage is there is 10k apiece on both gold and experience. And the levels are also starting to really accrue for them.
Fenrir finds the ward. So
that's the only thing. He's 2.3k net worth. Let's round up to make him feel a little bit better. Well, 6% chance it's in there.
All right. That's actually lower than I thought it would say. But Secret, well, they are in a really amazing position. Their late game lineup is incredible. Invoker, Enigma, and Phoenix late game.
They see the target, or do they? Looking up the hill with the Wave of Terror that gives them the vision. Observer and Sentry is there from Vici Gaming.
Wait, no, he's just level 20? He's highest level in his team, all of a sudden.
And he still died 4 times.
Yep.
But 7 kills, 17 assists. Ace being involved in 24 out of the 26 kills of Team Secret. That's the real one position. That's how you play it.
He might find another one here. This swap on Ori would be amazing, maybe.
But they're waiting for it. Paparazzi and Ori standing close together, but Lanham and 11, they're the 2 interrupters, and Fenrir are on the hillside. They still want to jump in. They go in. YapzOr. Oh, they both blink away. As quick as you can. Paparazzi now turns. The black hole is out, but 11 finds the right position. The sides won't find the kill. Supernova trying to create a little bit more space in the fight thanks to the cold snap. They got the perfect combination. The snap will come down. 11 will be done. Everyone burn with the EMP and the Supernova and everything else. Triple kill for YapzOr. This could be the tilting point. Vici Gaming, they only have 1 buyback available, and it's not the one they need. Here's the Necrophos. Team Secret, they're doing it.
And this game for me is twice as impressive just because of how hard their laning stage was. The last game for them was easy.
GG call. Team Secret, they were eliminated last year in this round, forced to a 3rd round, just like this time. But Team Secret, laning phase, screw it. You get your team fight right, you get your combination right, and you progress through to the next round of the International.
This is still dangerous, though. I would not recommend Secret to continue drafting like this in all